Welcome back to the mat, friends. We're going to do a quick stretch today focused on our feet, hands, and head. So we're going to start today in a toe squat, curling those toes underneath you, really getting the toes to get as flat as you can on the mat. It's okay if some toes don't reach or if there's a bit of, resistance due to flexibility, but you're just doing the best that you can, sitting back on your heels, resting the palms on your lap, or you can hold prayer position, hands in front of the chest, shoulders away from the ears, long spine. Really breathe here. I know that toe squats, toe stretches can be quite intense because unfortunately our feet is an area that many of us forget about. So when we neglect it, those are usually the areas that will probably feel the most sensation. All right, friends, let's come out of our toe squat. Let's come into all fours. And you see me flipping my hands so that my fingers are facing my body. And what I'm going to do is just shift back slightly, as you can see me doing. Keep a soft bend in your elbow and try not to let your wrist pop off of the mat. Here you're going to feel a nice stretch in your in the wrist flexor area. So you're going to feel it all up along the inside of that forearm, maybe even down into your wrist. And this is another area that I caution that you really just breathe deeply into. Of course, our hands, our feet are areas that we can kind of just use every day and not even think twice about, but we tend to neglect those areas and forget to stretch them out. Beautiful. Release that stretch, and then we're just going to go in the opposite direction here. So shake it out for a moment, and then what you're going to do is flip that wrist so that your palms are now facing the ceiling, and you're going to do the same movement here, just shifting the hips back a little bit. You don't have to go to your heels, that's not the objective, but just shifting back a little bit and just finding that stretch now in the front of your forearm and in the front of your wrist. Beautiful, friends. Release out of that stretch. Let's come to a nice seated position. Don't mind the hole in my pants. I did not notice that before this video. But we're gonna just start with really just massaging the neck. Any areas that feel tight to you, that are a bother. It can be at the bottom of the neck. It could even be at the nape of your hair or at the bottom of the skull. Just kind of find some areas that either feel tender or feel tight, and then start to work your way up to your scalp. For some of you that might wear ponytails a lot, or maybe just tend to get some tenderness, later in the week in your scalp, just find a little bit of self-care here and just gently massage the temples, the scalp, the neck as you need. Perfect. Let's take our right arm up and bring that hand to the side of your temple, just gently guiding the head into a nice neck stretch. The opposite arm is out beside you. If you would like a deeper stretch, you can even try and get that opposite hand farther away from your body while keeping the shoulder down. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side, taking that left hand and just gently guiding your head towards the side, breathing into whatever sensation you're feeling. I don't know your neck, so it might feel a little bit different than what I'm feeling, but nonetheless, just really enjoy the sensation here and the release of that neck. Wonderful. From here, we are going to come to a nice wide knee, big toes touching, reaching out in front of us into child's pose. The only difference here from our normal child's pose is we're going to have the palms up today, up towards the ceiling, softness in the elbow, gently resting the forehead on the mat, and just staying in touch with a soft inhale and a nice long exhale. Gently walk your hands back towards the center of the body while coming out of our child's pose. And let's find our last seated position on the mat today. Big inhale in through the nose and sigh it out, make an audible sound. One more big inhale, filling up the lungs, feeling that expansion of the belly. Long exhale, sigh it out. And our last big inhale, scoop the arms up towards the ceiling, sealing this amazing energy you've created for yourself. Exhale, heart center. Thank you so much for joining me in this short stretch. I hope you feel some relief. Be well, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next video.